Amber, and I'm back to share this video on how I complete all the rest of my cards. In the last video, if you missed it, I created these two cards right here using double-sided 12 by 12 paper. So the actual 12 by 12 is the card base. So there's this one, and there's this one. So if you missed that video, I focused on using these really pretty images from the Sunny Days collection, and actually all the stuff that I used is from the Sunny Days collection by Crepe Paper and Maggie Holmes. So I explained in that video as well that these are really easy to mass produce. So I came up with two designs, and what I did is I cut down paper using all the scraps of the paper. After cutting down the card bases, I cut down half of the cards to be one style and then half to be the other. So what I did is I cut all the pieces down and then I stuck them inside the card base. Here they are. So I can do this like an assembly line. So all of these have the pieces cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the cards with all the pieces that I cut down, and then we're going to make some envelopes to use up even more of our paper. So I ended up cutting down way more than half of the cards in this style. And then I did these four here in this style. So like an assembly line, I'm going to get these put together. So I'm going to need 14 images for these cards. And of course, I don't think I had that many on that one sheet. So here's the sheet that I had cut apart in the last video. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's from the Ephemera pack. 12, that's from the Ephemera pack. So this is what the 12 by 12 sheet looks like, and I just cut all these out. So I'm going to need 2 more of these. So I really, really like this one, so I'm going to cut this one out. Okay, so there's my 14 images, and now I'm going to put them on the cards. Okay, so where we are now is I've put the main center focal point on each card. And now I'm going to work on where I want to put the washi and an embellishment and maybe some gems. So there's those, and so this is kind of what I mean about assembly line. So here's where I'm at now. I've included washi tape on all the cards. So I'll just go through them fast so you can see where I put the washi. So I kind of changed it up on each one depending on how the card looks. And I'm also, after this, going to be adding some kind of ephemera embellishment. So I really love working with the washi. It's so fun, and it's really great to use on projects. Just remember that it's not permanent, so you might want to add your own adhesive to the back like I did, just so it stays permanent. This is probably my favorite combination. I love those three colors. And this. So now I think I'm going to go through my ephemera and just kind of pick out 14 ephemeras that I think might go good with the cards. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so I finished all the cards. I added the embellishment from the ephemera pack, and then I also added some gems. So I'm going to take you through each one and show you how they came out. I also used some chipboard pieces, as you see here. So I decided, because I have the 12 by 12 paper pad for this collection, it's not double-sided. You have to purchase the sheets individually if you want them double-sided. But since we're going to be creating envelopes, I decided I wanted to utilize this paper pad. So as I was saying, it's not double-sided, but that's okay, because either the inside will be white and you won't really be able to see it, or you can flip it upside down and do the outside white and the inside can be like a lining. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make an envelope for your card without an envelope punch board. All you're going to need is a bone folder and scissors, and of course the paper of your choice. So let me choose one out of here. Let's do this pretty one right here. So for the size card that we're working with, which is 5 by 7, you're going to need a piece of scrapbook paper that measures 9.5 by 9.5. So let me cut mine down to 9.5 by 9.5. If you do have the envelope punch board, by all means use it, because it is one of my absolute favorite tools in my craft room. But I know a lot of people don't have that. So I wanted to create an envelope you can create using just a bone folder and scissors. So, okay, we've got our 9.5 by 9.5 piece of cardstock here. So you're just going to turn it over. And you can use your craft mat if you have one to kind of line it up. So then what you're going to do, I'm going to look for a card that matches that pattern. Let's see, do I have any in here? This one does. So this is how you're going to do it. The corner here and here should be in the center of the top and bottom line of your card. The corners here and here should be in the center of the sides of your card. So you don't have to measure with a ruler or anything, just kind of eyeball it, and until you kind of see that it's pretty even. Okay, so now that you have your card in here in the right spot, take your bone folder, just kind of run it along right along the edge of your card to make kind of a crease. And if you can do it all the way to the end, do it. So you're going to do that on all sides of the card. Be careful not to move your card. So then you're going to just carefully take each side and fold it up to meet the edge of your card. And take it all the way to the end right here. And the end right there. And then just fold it down. Make sure it's snug around the card, but not, too tight. And then just fold it down. Use your bone folder to get a nice tight fold. Okay, and then you can put that down. Then you're going to take this side, do the same thing. Bring it into the edge of your card. And take your bone folder and just crease that down. There's going to be a little bit of overlapping going on over here, but that's okay right now. Just still smooth it all the way down. Then we're going to unfold that and do the same thing here. Fold it up all the way to that edge and bone folder to crease it down. And then we've got one more side to go. So again, give it a nice tight fold and crease it down. Okay, so now we have our envelope kind of shaped. So now what you have to do is right here where each corner meets, there's a little triangle that's formed right here on every single side. See, triangle, 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 triangle. You're just going to cut that triangle out. And try to be nice and neat about it because it's just going to make your envelope look that much better. So I cut one. I've got 3 more to cut out. Now we have our envelope template. Isn't that cool? So now all you have to do is put it together like you normally would. Fold these sides in. And it's not going to be like the most perfect envelope. It's a little bit off-centered here, see? But, I mean, does that really matter? It doesn't to me, so. The envelope punch board, there's a corner rounder, so I just took mine that I have. Any corner rounder will work. You don't even have to do this. I like to go ahead and round these 2 flaps so they have the rounded corners. Okay, so your bone folder, get it in there and get this really nice and creased down. And then you're just going to add your adhesive right here and right here. Okay, so just fold that up. Okay, and then let's see our card. Here's our beautiful card. And then our card fits perfect. And it does. So then you would just close this. It's got a little bit of bulk right here because of that chipboard piece. But you would just close this. And then if you're going to mail this, I would use like Scotch tape right there. Or packing tape. The background's drowning out my envelope. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about like, well, what if I want to mail this? How do I address it? So what I would do is I would just use a clean white label right here for the address, and then of course your return address label there. If it's a more busy print, definitely you're gonna have to do that. Like on this one, you could probably use a black Sharpie and it would still be fine. If you have more of like a busy print that's darker like this one, you're definitely gonna want to use a clean white label or whatever color label you want to use to do your address. The other thing you can do is flip this inside out and have the white part be on the outside and then this part be on the inside. Some people do that as well. But that is just a way that you can make your own envelopes. I made another one here in pink. So I'll just take my card and slip it right in there. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know I had so much fun creating these cards. They were so easy to mass produce in an assembly line style, and I can't wait to package these up and probably include them at my craft fair. And then of course our fun envelopes that we created without the envelope punch board. So I thought I might as well show you how I'm going to be packaging these up. whether I send them to friends or sell them in my craft fair. I use these clear bags, and here's the item number. So this is not a sponsored video. I just love using these bags, and I'll link this particular one below if you want to purchase these. So this is how I like to package up my cards, especially if I'm going to be selling them at craft fairs or giving them as a gift. Okay, so I've got my envelope and my card. I turn the envelope around and place the card on top, so that way you can tell it's an envelope in the back. And then really, really easy. Here's the top of the bag, and then that's the bottom, and the flap is at the bottom. So then I just stick that in there like this, and it has such a nice presentation when you're all done. So there's a beautiful handmade card and envelope to go with it. And now you're ready to send it in Happy Mail or use it for your craft fair. But I had so much fun making these. Just imagine the possibilities with all your paper collections that you have. Christmas, fall, Easter, Valentine's. You can totally do this same idea, mass produce some cards, package them up really nicely for whatever you want them for. So thank you again so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye!